Destined Rivals for a long time now has been one of the most highly anticipated sets of the Scarlet and Violet era, and with good reason, right? We're talking about a Team Rocket set here, or at least a set that's heavily based around Team Rocket. Therefore, there's a huge element of nostalgia in play here. Now, despite this, there's still some people online expressing their feelings of disappointment with this set, with the early leaks that we've received, and that's totally fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Me personally, I'm going to give it time, and I believe you guys should as well. And today I'm just going to show you just why, because I think this set will live up to the hype that it's had ever since it was leaked months ago. Now here we are on Justin Basil, which is a brilliant site if you want to have a look at specific sets and all of the cards included in them. Now here I am at Destined Rivals card list. Now this is the cards that we know are included in the set based on the leaks we've had from Heatwave Arena. Now you can go through and count these if you don't believe me, but I've already done it, and there's 54 cards included on this page, right? As you can see, I scroll through them quickly. The vast majority of the cards of these 54 that we have are just your regular common and uncommon cards, as you can see. And when we get down to the bottom here, you will see we've got 5 illustration rares and we've got 1 special illustration rare. Now that in the grand scheme of things is absolutely nothing, because when we look at some other sets, for example, here I have the list of all of your mainline English sets. Now, if you look at the number of cards within each set, you will see Journey Together, more or less 200, same with Prismatic Evolutions, Surging Sparks 250, Stellar Crown 175. Shrouded Fable, yes, was a bit different because it was a specialty set. As you can see here from this list here, it says Shrouded Fable was a special expansion. It's not part of the main series. Now, going back to the list, as you see, Twilight Masquerade 226, Temporal Forces 218, 245, 266, 207, 230, 279, 258, and the list goes on and on. The main point being, every single set that we get, bar the odd one or two for whatever reason, is more or less 200 cards, if not more. So now with this being the case, statistically speaking, assuming that Destined Rivals will also feature around 200 to 220 odd cards, we've statistically speaking only had or only seen 20 to 25% of the total set. And the vast majority of that percentage is made up of commons and uncommon cards that really don't have a great say in the total value of the set and also its level of desirability. Now I just want to go back to the cards we've had revealed from Destined Rivals and put into perspective how little we've had revealed to us so far. Now, as you can see, we've had 5 regular IRs revealed to us so far and 1 SIR with that Ho-Oh card, which we'll touch on in a second. Now, just to compare that to the numbers in some other Scarlet and Violet sets, for example, here we have Temporal Forces, which as you can see has 6 SIRs, so 1 Destined Rivals SIR compared to 6 total in Temporal Forces. And as we go up to have a look at the regular illustration rare cards, 6, 12, 18, 22 total illustration rares, so 5 compared to 22. And look at Powder Evolve, for example. So the SIRs, it's a bit kind of mixed up here. It's not kind of listed as it is in Temporal Forces and not organized, but Powder Evolve, to make it easier for you, starts here with Meowscarada EX, all the way through to Squawkabilly EX, means a total of 9 SIR cards in Powder Evolved. So just to compare that again to that 1, it proves just how little we've had revealed of this set so far. For example, the IRs, 5 IR cards to the 22 in Temporal Forces. We've quite literally had less than 25% of the total number of IR cards revealed to us, and this Ho-Oh card here being the only SIR card we've had revealed so far, compared to the 6 in Temporal Forces or the 9 in Powder Evolved. Of course, SIRs, don't forget, the main attraction of the set, usually or tend to be the main pull and chase cards of a set. We've had extremely little revealed to us so far. Before we move on to the next part of the video, guys, just again, I want to reiterate from my last video a huge thank you to every single one of you if you have shown support on my channel, because you've helped me surpass 500 subscribers. It doesn't sound real, but it is. Therefore, guys, if you've left a comment, if you've left a like, if you're subscribed, if you've just watched a video, that's some kind of support that I really do appreciate. And guys, if you're new here, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. I make a new video on the TCG every other day, so if it sounds like something you'd like, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. And if you are enjoying the video, leave a like, as it really does help me out. So the Ho-Oh SIR card. Now I said in the previous clip I want to talk about it, and that's because online it's divided opinion. Now I've seen some people say it's a bit mid, I'm not too keen on it, I wanted it to be a bit better. And I get it, that's fine, it's up to you, it's your opinion, and that's the beauty of the world. We all have different opinions, and that's what we discuss, right? In my opinion, I absolutely adore it. I love how majestic it looks flying in the sky as Ethan watches on. I do think the Pokemon Company have missed a trick here. I think if that was Ash watching on instead of Ethan, it would be an ode to that very first episode of the anime. And if you're not aware, if you weren't around in that time, in the very first episode of Pokemon, Ho-Oh was seen flying through the sky as it glistened in gold, and it was very majestic looking, and instantly you're hooked on what this majestic, legendary looking Pokemon is flying through the sky, which inevitably ended up being Ho-Oh. Now, I'm a huge fan of this Pokemon, and I think it's going to be one that when you see in person, right, there's some of those cards that sometimes on a screen, they're a bit, yeah, okay, cool, but when you have them in front of you, when you see them shining, the texture in front of you, they pop and they just look absolutely stunning. And I think this Ho-Oh card is going to be one of them cards. Now I'm going to move on to another example. I'm going to show you Surging Sparks. And this is a great example of a set that shows you that the better cards were released to us with that second set. Now, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, for those of you that don't know, most English sets will be made up of 2 Japanese sets. For example, Surging Sparks was made up of first, Paradise Dragona, and secondly, Supercharged Breaker. So as you can see here in front of me, I have a list of the Surging Sparks cards within the set in order of how valuable they are. Now these top 5 cards here, as you can see, Pikachu SIR, Latias SIR, the Milotic SIR, the Pikachu Gold card, and finally the Hydreigon SIR. Now, these are the 5 cards as of today, as of the 23rd of February, that cost at least $100, if not more. Now, when we break these down into the 2 individual Japanese sets that I just mentioned previously, we can see that the better cards were saved to the second set. For example, this Pikachu EX, the best card, right? Here I have in front of me the list of the Paradise Dragona cards, which remember was the first set released, and Super Electric Breaker being the second one. So, the best card in the set, or the most expensive, Pikachu EX, was part of Supercharged Breaker, as you can see here. Here's the card right here, right? Now we go on to the second card, which is Latias EX, which, yes, was actually part of the Paradise Dragona set. As you can see here, here is the Latias EX card. Now, moving on to that third one, Milotic EX, as you can see, also included right here in the Supercharged Breaker set. Pikachu Gold card, again, included in the Supercharged Breaker set. And finally, the last card above $100, Hydreigon EX, also part, as you can see here, of that Supercharged Breaker set. So statistically speaking, of the 5 main chase cards of Surging Sparks, which as we know is a fantastic set, 4 of them come from that second set to be revealed. 4, yes, 80% of your top 5 chase cards came in the second set. They were revealed later to us, right? So why exactly is it like this? Because it's not an accident. It is on purpose. It is intentional. The Pokemon Company know what they're doing. And this is because in general, in life, when an organization or a company releases something, a thing, a product, whatever, they want the hype or the desire from the community, in this case us, to be at an all-time high just upon release of that new thing. In this case, the new set, Destined Rivals, right? If they were to show all their cards or all their hand, so to speak, way early doors, right? Way too early. For example, now 3 months prior to release, as we know, Destined Rivals will be released on May 30th with 3 months out. If Pokemon Company showed us everything now, hype would be at an all-time high, yes, but it would drop off. Hype is a temporary feeling. With 3 months out, it would drop off as we near release, and it's just not beneficial for the Pokemon Company if this was to happen. Which is exactly why, in general, usually we see those better cards, those higher chase cards that demand a higher price, released in that second set if it's one of those English sets that are comprised of 2 Japanese sets. Now I just want to talk about what cards we could potentially expect to be included as SIR cards in Destined Rivals. Now, on PokeBeach you will see here they said, we expect Destined Rivals will source from Heatwave Arena featuring Cynthia's Garchomp EX, Ethan's Ho-Oh EX, the Steven's Metagross EX, Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX decks, and the Glory of Team Rocket featuring Rocket's Mewtwo EX. Now it's important to note, all of these cards here are your regular uncommon sort of looking cards. They're not SIR cards. But as we know, with this Ethan's Ho-Oh here, this has also been made into an SIR card, which opens the door for some fantastic potential cards. For example, if this card right here was made into an SIR, can you imagine if we also got, for example, Misty's Gyarados SIR? or to go even further, if you've got Cynthia's Garchomp SIR, or if you've got Steven's Metagross SIR, or even Rocket's Mewtwo SIR. Let me just remind you guys, we've only seen this card right here, this Ho-Oh, this Ethan's Ho-Oh card right here, and there's still potentially 5, if not more, SIR cards to come, and they could quite easily be this Misty's Gyarados right here in SIR form, Cynthia's Garchomp right here in SIR form, Steven's Metagross SIR, or even Rocket's Mewtwo. If this set was comprised of all of these cards in an SIR form, this set would be fantastic. So with all that being said, with everything we've looked at today, statistics, information, leaks, this, that, it's just a little bit early to kind of make your mind up about this set, right? Expectations are high, I get it, because it's a Team Rocket themed set. Therefore, we've known for months this, and people have really high expectations for this set. But it's just a little bit too early for me, at least, to make my mind up and say it's just not that great of a set. Give this one time. We've seen 25% of the IRs. We've seen about roughly 15 to 20% of the SIR, to be included in this set. Give this one time. Let's see what's going to be included. Let's see what comes out in that Glory of Team Rocket set, which is the second Japanese set that we expect to make up the Destined Rivals English set. Therefore, let's see what comes. Let's see what cards come out. I'm sure it's only going to take a seriously good card or two to be leaked, and everyone's going to be like, hang on. Here we go. Destined Rivals is a fantastic set, and I honestly think my guess as to what things will be, how things will play out, is that we're going to be looking at a very, very strong set here. I'm really excited for this set. So now, with all that being said, guys, that does conclude today's video. It's been very fun to have a look at the leaks we've already got, some of the information, make comparisons to other sets, and what we can generally expect from this really exciting Destined Rivals set. But more importantly, guys, please let me know in the comments down below what you think. I'm always interested to know just what you guys think, what the community feels, and discuss it with you guys. So as always, guys, let me know down below what you think, and we can talk it out in the comments. Anyway, guys, last video, I talked about that Drowsy card the rise it's had, and I showcased a few cards that I think really do have the potential to follow in that same vein and shoot and take off just like Drowsy did. If you missed that video, you can watch that one right here. But in general, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I've been Charlotte, and I'll catch you in the next one.